Hello, everyone. My name is Nekme Obasoge, reporting from Toronto, Canada. I'm here in the studio with Mr. Daniel Edokbolo Obakozua, all the way from Benin City, to discuss about the outcome of Adams Oshomole's visit to President Buhari yesterday. We broadcast a show yesterday where we discussed about the visit and we were curious about the purpose of the visit. Finally, Adams Oshomole revealed the purpose of the visit. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello.
Okay, so what is your opinion over the statement made by Adams Oshomole yesterday at the presidential villa in Abuja?
Uh, yesterday we did emphasize that no matter what, it to be cautioned or is going to plan with how to ring the election. That was our opinion yesterday. But when you listen to his speech after his visit with the president, it shows that he was actually cautioned over the issues that have been regarding the political tension in Edo State. So we are very right that it needs to be cautioned. In fact, you see some tapes where even the chief security advisor we are discussing with him, and he was saying that if anybody is involved in it, he should be arrested. He has his own support.
Yes.
You understand? Those were the statements on background. So which shows that the president actually invited him to caution him about his statement, which has also been yes, it has been very worrisome because he is not the one. He is not a candidate. The way he's making everything go, it shows that he was a candidate of APC. Now that the president has cautioned him, maybe we'll now see the movement, whether he will be going on with Isaiah or allow Isaiah to do his thing. And one thing I've also, through this visit, shows that the president would prefer a free, fair, and credible election for Edo people. And that is a good one. This is the first time we are seeing the president cautioning a party to that issue, cautioning him about security or violence. And it is a nice one.
Yes, it was a nice visit because I said it. I don't think President Buhari will support any idea of a rigged election in Edo State. I don't think so. He would never plan anything that will cause violence in Edo State. Never. As a president of a country, I don't think so. I'm going to play the video of Adams Oshomole himself. From his statements, you can and was cautioned by the president from his speech, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play the video.
If he's the president of Nigeria, he's also the leader of our party, and I briefed him on what is happening. His attitude is always clear that Nigeria electorate, their right must always be respected. And anybody using unlawful weapon, violence to intimidate the electorate, the president will never support such causes. So the president is excited at the prospect of having a free and fair election devoid of violence. And the fact that the laws are clear when people misuse firearms, the laws are clear as to what should be done. Namely, the courts are there, the police are there, and they will do their job.
Okay, Mr. Daniel, you heard that?
Yeah. Well, it was not. It was skipping. The one you were playing, it was skipping, so we didn't get what he was saying. But I've listened to him.
You
yes, it was skipping. But yeah, I've listened to it before. All he had to say, we're very right. The DG, when we did mention the DG of APC Governors Forum, making some statement about Oshomole's attitude, and it will lead them to losing the election, and they advise leaders to caution him. And I think this is one of the issues of being cautioned, because the whole thing is that Oshomole's attitude towards that man was very, how can you call a man a pig? He was referring to the DG as a pig, and that is not too good for Oshomole. Oshomole is too raw. He does not show that he has been governor or is an elder statesman in his attitude, in his action. I don't believe.
68 years old.
In fact, and one will expect a very decent language from him, and that is too bad. That is where he has been putting Zeyamu into a very big trouble and problem because of the way he talked. He's too raw in talking.
Yes.
Somebody accuse you that you are running the way you are talking, the way you are doing it, as if you are the one running for candidacy of your party, and you don't use such a language on such a respectable man. Yes, anybody can lose election. Anybody can lose election in Nigeria. If he has contested, he has lost, and today he's been appointed as DG. Does that give you the right to call him a pig?
What about him?
These are the statements.
What about him that was sacked from the national chairman?
Let's not use any derogative word against anybody. But
no, what about him that was sacked as a national chairman? Why is he making mockery of somebody who didn't win election?
So the man has spoke his mind, and it should not be a way that you have to relegate him to a pig. That is very insulting. And I don't know when he will change. He has been governor for 8 years. He's regarded by the statute as a former governor. You are an elder statesman. Words that should come out from your mouth should be more matured. But it's very sad. One thing goes, that the outcome, it was actually the president cautioning him about violence. And all through the statement, even when he was moving through the corridor, you will see where he was being cautioned and saying that even if anybody you have my support, you can get him arrested, shows that he has been cautioned. We are expecting that all these will work for the progress of Edo State, for the free and fair, credible election we have been wishing for. That the winners, the voters' wish will come to life. So it's a good one. And I must commend the president on this one. Yes, I must commend the president on this one. It shows that he wants peace, he wants free, fair, credible election. So on this one, I'm commending the president for his action.
Me too. I'm commending him as well, because it was a meaningful meeting with Adams Oshiomhole. Because if you look at the crisis, the election, everything going on in Edo State is becoming alarming in the state, and the president of the country is supposed to take action. So I think this is a warning to Adams Oshiomhole that peace must prevail in this next election in Edo State. Okay, coupled with the fact that free and fair election, according to what the president told him. That's what he said, because they didn't record the actual meeting with the president. It's Adams Oshiomhole that was narrating what happened. So the president also warned against anything that will lead to any election fraud. So it stands for free and fair election, according to what Adams Oshiomhole said to us. Okay. So that is a good one. We wish to see free and fair election in Edo State. That is what all of us are protesting for. Hello. Yeah, Mr. Daniel. Hello.
Yes. Earlier before the loan that he has even Philip Shuaibu then with this. Are you hearing me now?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you.
So when Phyllis Schreiber had a press conference saying Oshiomhole was in person talks, even where he's camping them. He knows that he has given the information to the police. Invitation to Aso Rock. Those talks before election are driven out of Edo State because the deputy governor did say he knows them, he knows where he's camping them, and he has also given that information to the police, but they have not done anything. With this invitation to Aso Rock, I believe since Oshiomhole has stand his ground that whoever is should be arrested and be tried, they have the government has their support. So we are expecting that the police will take action, and those talks where the Phyllis Schreiber said they should be fished out and sent out of Edo State before the election.
Why
We
is
still have
it, Mr. Daniel,
of those talks.
the main the main issue here is that it's taking it too personal about this election and Edo State as a whole. Edo State belongs to all of us. It's not only for Adams Oshiomhole. If you listen to his speech yesterday, the way he was describing the whole situation of Edo State as if Edo State belongs to only him. And he's trying to maintain too much power. He's dominating the state as if, when you own a property, the way you control, regulate the property. That is exactly the way Adams Oshiomhole is trying to control and regulate Edo State. For me, I think he is overemphasizing this issue going on in Edo State, and he's the root cause of the violence in Edo State. For the first place, he's the root cause of everything, and he's not backing up. He don't want to leave Edo State alone for all of us.
Listen to that speech. He did also commended himself for being the one who have removed godfatherism from those state politics. If you looked if you listen to it very well, he did make mention of such thing, commending himself for removing godfatherism from Edo State. Well, Oshiomhole is entitled to his opinion. Yes, he is very authoritative in talking, and I believe that is Oshiomhole's style. Very, very authoritative, even trying to paint what something from white to black, even condemning the good work Obaseki is doing, condemning it as if he has not done anything. That is Oshiomhole's style. Let's not dwell on it. I believe that the voice of the people will determine whether they are for Obaseki or not. Let the people's wish be carried. You understand? No matter what he says, the people are saying it. The people, just like what I said before, that my love for Obaseki is the fact that he constructs road and do not bring a tape to commission it. Once the road is constructed, people are using it. Nobody telling you not to use it until the governor commissions it. That style I liked about him. Everybody has his own way or style about why they like Obaseki to be coming for the second time. But however, Oshiomole's style is always very authoritative. He can say what he wants to say. What we are appealing to him, let the wish of Edo
But
take the day.
you should stop
Reporting
treating
talks, harming them with guns, you know. So, so that is our main concern. We have always been emphasizing on security. Now Buhari has come in and as if is listening to us, that security matters a lot. Edo people will come out and vote their choice. If at the end of the day, Obaseki wins the election, it means that they did not listen to Oshiomhole. So the security aspect is what we will keep on hammering on to the end of the election, so that these talks that have been imported to Edo State to cause havoc in the election are removed before the time, it will do Edo well. If he feels that he has a crowd, fine for him. Let the vote determine that he has a crowd.
The crowd, yeah.
Yes, not youth using
Yes.
arms or talks to shatter the election at the end of the day or destroy the re-election. With this move with Buhari, it goes to show that if APC was expecting federal might to help them as it is before, it is not going to be happening on this election. It is very clear that Buhari calling him is cautioning him, peace to reign, free, fair election, and I think it is good for Edo State. Everybody wants a free, fair election. I should be able to go out on that day, vote the candidate of my choice.
Don't you?
Then the appropriate country will be done.
Don't you?
Hello.
I think the president. Yes. The president is aware of the way Oshiomhole is causing problem in Edo State. He's aware of that, and many other governors, APC members in Nigeria as a whole, they are watching. They know that this man is causing confusion and violence in the state. That is why they called him for order. You understand, to caution him over the violence.
The president is not just the president of Nigeria. Is the chief security officer of Nigeria and the commander-in-chief. Every day they are briefed from the chief security advisor, from the army, every details. So the president is very much aware. Just like Obaseki is the chief security officer of Edo State, there is always a security brief every morning to him. So when Philip Shuaibu was saying that Oshiomhole was importing talks, he was not saying, it was not a fallacy. It is security brief of what? You remember there was a security meeting that Obaseki called. The immigration director in Edo State told the Security Council that it is alarming the rate of non-Indigenous entering Edo State.
Okay, yes. They saw the movement of non-Edo citizens moving into
the state. So that was a report from the immigration director in Edo State. So they are having security brief. So the president knows, the governor is aware. So now that the head of the security of the federation, the president has now invited to caution him. What Oshiomhole was saying is just to polish himself. Yes. But the main issue was to caution him about, because if you watch the video from the beginning, when he was moving through the corridor, the utterances that was coming from him shows that he's been cautioned. And he also said that whoever wants to cause crisis, be it APC or PDP, he should be dealt with and arrested. You understand? So he has been cautioned.
The law is there to prevail over anyone.
Yes. So that is one thing I'm happy for. And I'm also using this medium to commend the president. He has not taken the bull by the horn. And I'm happy over that. So with this, we are going to see a very free, fair, credible election. With this election, Oshiomhole will not know his place in Edo. A former governor, I don't want to mention his name, was saying that Oshiomhole feels that Edo, even among the Benin's, that he owns everybody, that he can do undo. And he's one of those minority within Edo. So these are statements. It has become very insulting, very worrisome, the attitude he displayed. Imagine somebody who was cautioning him, calling him a pig. That is Oshiomhole's lifestyle for you. How can you call a human being a pig? It's so sad.
He has failed. He don't know what to do anymore. And his desperation for power has failed because of his lack of wisdom. So he's putting all the frustration on Edo State election. He's not gonna win. He himself and Yamu, they should go look for another job. Just the way Adas Oshiomhole is painting the whole picture right now, as if he is the candidate. Did you listen to him speaking in the presidential villa as if he's the one? He was doing analysis of every nook and cranny of Edo State as if he is the candidate of the APC. You are not the national chairman anymore. You are just ordinary member of APC. He's not the chairman, he's not the campaign chairman, and moreover, he's not the national chairman anymore. What makes him think that he has this power to control or to dominate Edo State? That is impossible. When I was watching him speaking, it seems as if Edo State belongs to only Adas Oshiomhole. He forgot that Edo State belongs to all of us. We all have equal rights over the state. One person cannot come and dominate Edo State or be treating Edo State as if the state is its own personal property. It's not going to happen like that. That is why all of us are protesting against this idea of godfatherism, because when he's speaking, you can see the flair of godfatherism in his speech. Okay, the way he described the incumbent governor, the way he was complaining about everything going on in the state as if he's a saint, he's the father of the state who's supposed to be controlling everything going on, movement, everything in the state. That is impossible. We are running a democratic government in Nigeria. That is why every governor in Nigeria has only 8 years limitation is placed on them, only 8 years to rule a state. So after your 8 years, you don't have power over that state anymore. So that is why Adas Oshiomhole should back up and allow other people to strive. That is the thing. Mr. Daniel. So I hope everything is going well now in Edo State. The campaign.
Well, it has always been, yes, it has always been peaceful. We are expecting that very soon, if not this week or middle of this week, the governor will be moving to Edo Central, Esan area, to start his campaign. I think it has been orderly so far, so good. With this caution from the president, I believe we're going to have a very smooth campaign. Yes. For some time, like yesterday, I think Yamu was at Oshiomhole, and Oshiomhole was not there with him. And I think he's a nice one, you know. And that is what have been undoing him. A lot of people felt Oshiomhole was using him as a third term to run for government.
Exactly.
But with now that the president has cautioned him, so we expect him to speak for himself what he intends to do for people, not Oshiomhole telling him what he wants to do for Edo people. So it's a good one, and we'll see more of it. Let the winner take all. Yeah, I think so far so good. It's still moving. People are still decamping from the APC to PDP, even up to yesterday. There was a lot of decampings. So let them play it on, so that at the end of the day, we pray that we have that free, fair, and credible election.
Yeah, that is what we want. Free and fair election. And that Oshiomhole should back up from Edo State and allow Yamu to campaign. He should not be campaigning for any one of them anymore in Edo State with his record and his speech, the way he berated people. Look at it, was in the presidential villa yesterday, you know, describing someone as a pig. As a pig. Then he told us that he's 68 years old. 68 years old, former governor of a state.
Well, that is his style. That is and that is the style of Adas Oshiomhole. So let's not bother about what Adas Oshiomhole is his age to mine and another state man, a two-time governor of Edo State, to mine his utterances. I think it will do him good. Maturity should be seen in him. I was bittered when I listened to that tape and he addressing someone, a director, DG, as a pig.
Yes.
That is too much for Oshiomhole. It's not just too good of him. And that is he speaks, and he do not know that those speeches are affecting his credibility, and even the candidate is portraying Izeyamo. It's affecting him. Those who would listen to that tape yesterday, even on news, addressing a man as a pig, then you are teaching, if Zayamu is your student, you are teaching him not to respect. Anyway, nobody expected any good thing coming from that side, but except it's going to tell us that no, it's not going to be, because the set of people campaigning for them, now that the president has cautioned them, we believe that Edo people will have a free, fair, credible election. Let them go and cast their vote to their choice. But for my own opinion, analysis, uh, uh, as it is in Edo State, Obaseki is still taking the day in terms of if you have to rate. I believe now that the president have cautioned Oshiomhole, it is not left for Zeyamu to sit down and rework his strategy, or even if he has to be telling the crowd where he goes that he's not working for Oshiomhole till 10, because that is the mindset of everybody that is going. Oshiomhole is now the godfather. Oshiomhole is using him to come for the third term. So let's see how it goes. If the time frame, whether it will be too early for him or too late for him to have changed the mindset of the populace, we shall know. But however, it goes to show that by the special grace of God, we are going to have a free, fair, and credible election, and that will say it all.
Adams Oshiomhole is a bad market to Zeyamu's campaign. I don't think anyone would like to vote for Zeyamu with the support of Adams Oshiomhole. His record, someone that was sacked from national chairman, somebody who is constituting nuisances in the country, well known to be a violent person. So, and he's supporting one candidate. Is that not bad market? Bad market for Zeyamu. And that's Oshiomhole campaigning for him. You need somebody with good record that will boost your campaign for you, not someone like Adams Oshiomhole. Even the president, who is also the head of the APC, is cautioning him over his activities in Edo State. That just shows that he's not the right person that's supposed to be campaigning for Zeyamu.
Well, a reliable source told me that it was not even Oshiomhole that persuaded him to come to PDP, to APC, that it was Tinubu. That was the information I gathered.
Yeah, we don't know, maybe.
So maybe Oshiomhole had to use the opportunities. Okay, let's use him, because what Oshiomhole said was that when he won during the last election with PDP and APC, that he made them really sweat. But Oshiomhole forgot that PDP, Edo is PDP state. Edo is PDP state. He didn't take that into consideration that Edo was a PDP state, no matter what they do. Opportunity comes for a lot of people still believe that what brought Obaseki into power was ringing. But however, he has shown to us that he's a better person, and that is why on this as second term, he must continue to prove to us that he's really the man of his word. And he also should watch. I believe he's listening to Adams Oshiomhole when he keeps calling him MOG, MOU governor, memoranda of understanding. So he should also, when he comes back, I pray he comes back, that he should reduce that memoranda of understanding and do physical projects without memoranda, MOI. Is it MOI? Okay, MOU. Memoranda of understanding.
You know that Governor Obaseki is intellectual governor. So he believes that for any contract, he's supposed to sign memorandum of understanding. Yeah. So that is what he has been adopting in the state in terms of giving people contracts, awarding them contracts. So a person like Adas Oshiomhole who don't believe in MOU, we always criticize so you don't believe, a person like Adas Oshiomhole, you won't expect him to sign a MOU when giving out contracts. That is why they don't follow up. They give contract, they award contract to people, they award contract to talks in the streets, no MOU, talks who cannot read and write. What do you expect? What do you expect? So now he's surprised that there's a governor who knows how to give contract to people with well-documented the contract. You understand? When you sign MOU, when giving it shows that this contract is authentified with document, with signature. You understand that, Mr. Daniel? But in the case of he's not used to that type of a system. He used to just throwing contracts to talks in the streets. So for him, he's surprising. But that is why he's calling Governor Obaseki MOU governor. MOU governor. Yeah, we love him.
Yes, he's taking the day. But I believe he also is listening to Adas Oshiomhole, where he needs to reply. If I was in his shoes, Oshiomhole mentioned 2 projects that he was unable to execute. I do pray that he comes back so that he also concentrates on those projects, so as to give him a more leverage. When you are in government and you serve notoriously, anywhere you go in the world, you raise your head shoulder high. And I expect, Obaseki has actually done well in the first term in terms of low economic, given this COVID affecting the economy is still constructed, roads, projects are still going on. We expect him to do more for Edo people. As for Adas Oshiomhole, he should he should grow old and be more matured in talking. I think that is what is affecting him, affecting his candidate, Izeyamu, because when you hear him talk, sometimes it's so annoying, so annoying. But the analysis still give it to Obaseki, and we continue to pray. We have always been emphasizing on this security matter.
Yes.
Continue to pray that the president will continue to make it free, fair. Security will be tight in those states so that nobody will think of rigging.
At least guarantee of security so that voters will come out that they vote. Otherwise, many of them are already contemplating not coming out, because some people are saying that the voters they are scared with what is going on in the state now, even though the election is not even close, the violence all over different corners of the state. So therefore, they are afraid to come out on election day to vote. So with a guarantee of security in the state, we also persuade people to get out there and vote. Okay, that's what we want, so that many people will come out in their numbers that day. That's what we want. Security.
I know people will always come out.
They will come out for the
people will always come out they will come out for the first time. That is the spirit.
Don't pray for the second one.
That is what we are saying, that there should not be violence as to declare the election inconclusive. When election is, I know people will definitely come out in their numbers to vote.
Mr. Daniel, even though they even declared the election inconclusive, I have the confidence that the second one, and those citizens will come out in their numbers to come out vote for Governor Obaseki. This election coming up in Edo State, you cannot compare it with any governorship election in Nigeria, in the history of Nigeria. This one is a unique one.
For me, I don't pray for that second election. I have always analyzed election in Edo State. Edo people will come out for the very first time in their numbers to cast their votes, believing that their wishes is carried out.
So the
After
second,
then,
you don't believe.
it's not really encouraging in those states. So that when even the houses of assembly in Edo State, is it the true reflection of Edo people? It's not. It's never the true reflection of Edo people, because after the presidential election, House of Assembly and Senate, you hardly, more especially when their wishes are not carried out, you hardly see them come to the street, giving opportunity to the favorable party to win. So I do pray, hope and pray that one time we'll do the election, but with the president's action now, it shows that caution will be given, election will be free, fair. On that day, results will be declared.
Okay.
And the PDP will also have to work with their agents to ensure that elections are free, fair, credible, monitoring of event. Both parties is for both parties. Now that the president is reducing your plan, I believe APC will wake up this time, because all their belief is that you have the crowd who have the election. Now that they know that the president is standing for free and fair, they should now be really talking to people if it's not too late for them.
They cannot convince people. As far as Oshiomhole is there, campaigning for his area, must a bad market for him.